is Jason, and I'm here for a Daily Dose of Hope, day 355. So I've been coming on for almost a year now to give a daily dose of hope. And what is a daily dose of hope? It's just an attempt to find that middle path between the polarities. As you probably have already noticed, that the polarities on our planet are pretty charged, and so that it can be very intense, and certain words can be very triggering. And many people are being triggered by these words. And so in these times, it's really important to remember that there are two sides. There are always two sides. There has never been a time in our history that there hasn't been the two sides. And they're always in balance. It's always balanced, even though it doesn't seem like it's balanced, even though at times it seems like one is stronger than the other. It's not that they're always balanced. It just might be that it's not, you can't really see it at that time. I think it's more about visibility than anything else, but we try to find this middle path, right in between. So the two polarities are very extreme, and when you jump into the polarities, people become very animated and angry and sad and fearful. But when you're in the middle, you're just watching it. You just see it all playing out. And at times, of course, yeah, you might jump in on accident or fall into it, but you just get back up and go back into the neutral path. And this is the path, as my guides have said, this is the pathway out of here, out of the third dimension, is the middle path. The third dimension is represented by the two sides, the two polarities, and the word would be, we cut our teeth on these polarities. We've gone through many incarnations where we'll be on one side or the other. We'll be charged one way or charged the other way, and we're looking for that middle path. We're looking to understand that all of this stuff just has to happen, that we don't need to jump into the fray all of the time, that we need to just understand, this is all playing out. It all needs to play out. And yeah, so that's the idea. And that we can be most effective as humans if we're in the middle path, because that way we're not being controlled by our emotions. And another aspect of this is that the polarities are being charged on purpose. They're being charged on purpose, and that is to make it hard for us to be in the polarities. It's making it so it's very difficult to exist in that kind of polarized realm, and so we tend to drift back into the middle path. And that's what's kind of happening on our planet at the moment. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share. So I imagine that we all are doing this at times. We'll jump into arguments or things like that on what's going on in the world stage. And what's important to always understand is that everyone wants the same thing, even though it looks different on the surface. Everyone, at the end of the day, I've never used that phrase before. In the end, I think everyone wants the same thing. We all want love. We all want to be respected. We all want to be happy. We all want to just live in peace. I think in the end, that is what we all want. And we just have different ways of going about it and different ways of thinking about it. And that's what makes the world go around. We're all very, very different. And we're being called by the universe to find that neutral path. We're being called by the universe to try to understand all of the things that are happening and not be in a state of judgment about them one way or the other, but just try to understand that they all have a purpose that we might not be aware of. And as the Course in Miracles often says, I'm not aware of what anything is for. I don't know what anything is for, but everything is actually for your own good. And so seeing it in that way is very, very helpful for getting out of that polarity. So I wanted to share that. And so before I go on, this is my site. I got spiritual guidance here. If you're interested, you click on that. And I've got 1 question session, 30-minute sessions, 60-minute sessions, and testimonials at the bottom. And then you can just, okay, but that's all there. And then you can just sign up over here if you're interested. And then I also have offerings. I have this mug here, and I also have a membership site where we get together twice a month. We got together last night. That was our first one this month. And it's get together and you bring your questions, and then I channel the answers. So that's here if you're interested in that. In addition to that, you get a sound bath and access to all the archives. So over 50 hours of archived channeled material with with the transcriptions. So we have last night's is down here, and sound baths. We have over 30 sound baths. So if you're interested, please check it out. That'll be below. And so let's begin. So today, what I wanted to talk about was I wanted to show a picture. I've been talking about visioning. So I vision the world that I want to see, the place that I want to live, the things that I want to happen. And I've been visioning that every day. And what I do, it's about 10 minutes of visioning. So first, I will just allow the visions to come through. I won't push anything. I'll just allow what is it that I am going to bring through, and I'll see visions. And once those visions are over, I will start to just imagine the things that I want to create as well, in addition to that. And so one of the things that I've been visioning for a long time is this retreat that I've... so it's a retreat that... It's kind of out in the countryside by a body of water, maybe a lake or an ocean, I'm not sure. But I have all the plans all laid out in my mind. And it's a retreat in the place that it's a retreat from this kind of third dimension, from the polarities. It's a place where you can come, and I think it's mostly related to kind of music. So there's going to be a lot of musicians and artists that can just come and chill out and relax and meet other artists and musicians, and also channeling and all of that sort of stuff too. So channeling and BQH and all these kind of things. So just like a nice relaxing place where you can kind of get out of the normal world. And then you go there, and the other idea is that there you can learn different trades that will help you to, travel around. Like who knows how the new earth is going to be like, but we might need certain skills. And so we'll kind of teach like farming skills and all kinds of channeling skills and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's the idea. So that you just go there, learn something, like live there, have fun, relax, live there, and then just move on and take what you've learned somewhere else. And so what in my visioning today, though, I've been seeing concerts there. There's a concert stage in front of the water. And today I saw these armadillo beings. They call them the Bennington Dynasty. They're from this other dynasty, other world, other planet. And they play these like hurdy-gurdy like things. And so they were playing a concert. And it was a really interesting concert. So this is just a rendition of it. I also was there at another concert. This is in my visioning. There was another concert of these kind of almost like reptilian-like beings, and they were playing some sort of instrument. And the guy next to me, when we were all sitting on the ground watching, the guy next to me kind of like elbowed me. He's like, "Hey, what just happened?" I said, these guys, they play this music that puts you in this trance that allows you to travel interdimensionally. And so we were all just like traveling interdimensionally. And so the idea in this retreat thing is that they also give workshops. So like you can like get a workshop from a anteater hurdy-gurdy player from another planet kind of thing. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share. That today in my morning meditation, quanyin came through. It's the first time I think for her ever to come through. It was interesting. I think she is associated with, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Saraswati, and also with Ben 10. But she's actually never come through as quanyin, and that was really interesting. And she came through, and she had a really interesting kind of look to her. She had this huge fan-like hair and this huge kind of kimono, and then she was playing this shell game, and it was really, really interesting. But I'd never, hadn't seen her before. So I wanted to share that. She came through for the first time. That was very interesting. I had heard about her before, but she had never come through. So hold on. All right. So, and hey, Keone, welcome. 5-minute chat. We have the 15-minute, the one question. If you'd like, you can just check that out on my site. The one question. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and I think I'm just going to call in Kuan Yin again, because she's with me, and just see if she has anything to share with you guys. Hey, Kathy. So here we go. Calling in Kuan Yin. Calling in Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, also, she rides around in a dragon. There was also some dragon imagery that came to me when I was channeling her. So here we go. Greetings, we are here, and we would like to bring a simple message today to all of you. A simple message. And this is the message that there's only one path for all of you. It seems as though in your world there are many different paths to choose from. But what we'd like to bring forward to you is that there's only one path, and there has always been only one path. This belief that there are decisions, that there are things to do, that there are places to go, that there are directions to take, that there is a left, that there is a right, that there is an up, that there is a down. These are illusions. There is only one path. All other paths are illusions. You think you are turning left, you think you're going up, you think you're going down, but you're walking in place. You're not going anywhere. Once you start to take the path of compassion, the path of love, that is the only true path. And when you take one step, that is equivalent to thousands of steps of these false steps that you take. One step in the path of compassion is equal to thousands of steps in the path of illusion. This is what we'd like to bring forward to all of you today, the importance of taking steps within compassion. Compassion is a very close reality to the reality that is real. Take a step in compassion today. Walk in compassion. Walk in understanding that every step you take with the rest of humanity. And every step you can take, walk in a giant leap of compassion. You are bounding over cities. You're stepping over skyscrapers. That is the power of compassion. Compassion is the only thing that truly has power here. All else is illusion. Try compassion. Okay. Today, my channeling, she didn't speak, so it's kind of interesting. It's a different feel. She's very no nonsense, and she was very no nonsense in my channeling today. Very no nonsense. But yeah, she's got her back. So I'm just gonna stop there today. Pockets of pieces, I will bring them later, but I'm going to allow the pockets of pieces that we've created up to this point to be continued, and so that they're still going on. These pockets of pieces are still going on all around us. So I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. And as they say, or they don't say, go beach. And yeah, ciao for now. Thanks, Keone and Kathy, for joining in, and everyone else as well. I hope you're hopeful. All right, ciao.